Man, listen to the unmitigated gall that this migrant, illegal, felonious migrant had. Let's hit it.
Well, President Trump's illegal immigration crackdown is off to a fast start. Fox News has learned that in a 33-hour period between Tuesday morning and Wednesday night, ICE agents arrested over 460 migrants, many with long criminal histories. But these operations aren't just limited to Boston, they're taking place all over the country. Bill Malugin is getting an exclusive look at this massive, important operation in the sanctuary city of Boston.
Trump said, y'all thought I was playing, didn't you? So I can show you better than I can tell you.
Live now to Bill.
Well, Emily, we've heard officials here in Boston and in Massachusetts say repeatedly they are not going to cooperate with ICE or mass deportation efforts by the Trump administration. And ICE says, well, that's perfectly fine. You don't have to cooperate with us. We're still going to go into your city and we're going to do the job. And we were with ICE Boston yesterday for about 10 hours as we got to watch them firsthand carry out immigration enforcement. Take a look.
Good morning, everyone.
It's a frigid 5 degrees in the pre-dawn hours just outside of Boston, where this team of elite ICE officers is briefing on their targets for the day.
We're going to be targeting some extremely violent offenders today.
Within moments, the officers are on the move, with eyes on their first target.
So I told y'all, if y'all want a job with probably great benefits and plenty of hours, plenty of overtime, you can rack up a lot of vacation time with a lot of overtime. Go apply for ICE.
Target vehicle coming out.
All right, 100.
They quickly take him into custody. He's an MS-13 gang member wanted in El Salvador for aggravated murder. And he has an Interpol red notice out for his arrest.
We are targeting very violent threats to our community.
I'm not going back to Haiti.
One of those threats is this illegal alien from Haiti. ICE says he's a gang member with 17 criminal convictions in recent years.
So, you feel me? Yo, Biden forever, bro. Thank Obama for everything that he did for me, bro.
He got to be trolling. That cat can't be real. You think he's a real killer out of Haiti? I mean, he got the look, you know. But dang, he's just gonna bust out and say thank you, Biden, thank you, Obama. So they let you in this country many a times, knowing that you done felonious things in your own country. Probably did them here too, and you want it. And see, this is what I want people to realize, especially all my dope dealers, all my gang bangers out there who think that they're doing something and the feds are not watching you. Man, let me tell y'all something. And this makes me think that there are a lot more snitches, and the snitch is the person who's in the game who tell on other people that's in the game. There are a lot more, what do you call them? CIs, that you call them, people who like informants, confidential informant. Yeah, a lot more CIs out there than these cats in the hood want you to believe. Because the government know, and this is something I've known for decades. The police know exactly where all the dope houses at, where all the trap houses are. They just maybe for the lack of money, for the lack of resources, or just doing an investigation, they just ain't went and got you yet. Feds are watching. Feds are always watching. Because, Fed cases, you have never seen a Fed case. You probably have never seen a local drug case go to court and the police say, hey, we heard there was a drug house here yesterday, on Saturday, and we went and raided it on Sunday. No, what you're going to find out is them cats say, we've been watching them for weeks, for months. If it's a Fed case, probably been watching them for years. And we just been watching I saw a video one time where they tracked everybody that went in and out of this one complex. I don't know if it was New York or Boston or Chicago or somewhere. And it showed this AI technology, this new technology showing how many people going in and out of a residence or going up to a resident and going to and fro a residence. And it's like, if it's so much traffic, they're going to look and say, hey, we believe this is a drug den or a trap house. And sure enough, that's what it is. They're watching, man. There's cameras everywhere. They are watching. These feds know everything that you're doing if you are on this United States ground. Because if they're not, you tell me how the day after President Trump signs these executive orders, they finding all these people. They just wake up one morning and say, hey, let's go see who. No, you see, they done tacked up, got a tactical unit together, and said, okay, we finna hit this house, this house, this house. We finna go get them. We know where they at. We ain't had no help. It's like it was all we had our hands tied behind our back. Now that the president, once President Trump gets in, yeah, we're gonna go hit these raids. People, my point is, get up out of the criminal world. Take the money you got, use it to invest. You could do stock markets, crypto, some kind of car wash or businesses or something. Get about that game, man, because they are watching you like a hawk. They got cameras everywhere, y'all.
ICE Boston quickly takes down its next targets, including this illegal alien from Brazil who has an Interpol red notice for armed robbery. This Salvadoran illegal alien charged locally with rape and released by a sanctuary jurisdiction.
And y'all think them laws are right. You think those laws, no one wants to question out in public that, wait a minute, I know we're sanctuary cities, but we're not supposed to be housing criminals like felons, people who are like essaying and deleting people are U.S. citizens. Can't be. Y'all can't think that's right.
Yo, ¿cómo se llama?
And this Dominican illegal alien charged with assault with a deadly weapon and heroin trafficking. Officers also arrested this Guatemalan MS-13 gang member facing gun charges. ICE says he was released from local custody just the day before. Their detainer request was ignored because of sanctuary policies. And in a sign of shifting priorities with the new Trump administration, this man, who was in the same apartment as the target, was also arrested after ICE determined he's also in the U.S. illegally. This is what ICE calls collateral.
So you guys got your main target just now, but you got somebody else. What just happened?
So our main target was released by a sanctuary jurisdiction, not honoring a detainer. That person was released back into the community, and when we went to go find him, he's with somebody else who was previously removed from the United States. So
Man, forget a law. Whoever's in office in these cities, y'all need to vote them out. Let's go around. Y'all need to vote them out because they are putting the citizens in danger. For what? A law that they could probably get rid of real quick. I mean, you voted for them. You're paying their salaries. I mean, your taxes are paying their salaries. They're supposed to be working for you, man. They supposed to get rid of crap like this, or like kind of tweak it to where you can't mess with people who are like who are not felons in other countries or even committed felons in this country. But nah, it's time to vote them out and get these laws changed. You can actually go down to your city council and your state council and your state meetings and stuff and voice your concerns and your opinions and get enough signatures, get enough people down there, laws will change.
Go today too.
And that is exactly what Border Czar Tom Homan has warned would happen.
When we find the bad guy, he's probably with others that are in the United States illegally.
Yeah, you know how you know that? Because the laws in America for American citizens, when they release a felon, the first thing they tell them, you can't with this parole, you can't be hanging around other thugs. You can't be hanging around other gang members, drug dealers, deleters, anybody with felons. Can't do it. Can't have a gun. You know why they say that? Because they notice where you're going. What they say, water seeks its own level.
They may not be a criminal priority, but we're not walking away from them.
ICE Boston says they will continue to go into sanctuary jurisdictions and do their job.
Today was a good day. Today we took several significant public safety threats out of our communities. Unfortunately, a lot were released by sanctuary policies, but we're here to tell the Commonwealth and the rest of the country that we're going to find them whether they're released or not.
And guys, a quick note on some of the blurring we did in that story. We decided to hide the faces of the ICE officers, obviously, because a lot of them work undercover. We also blurred some of the faces of the suspects if their cases are still pending, if they've been arrested but haven't been convicted yet. We also learned after we were done filming that ICE picked up another target on the other side of the city. This was a previously deported Honduran illegal alien who was arrested locally and is facing charges for raping a woman while holding a gun in her mouth, guys. Those are the kind of targets ICE is picking up out here. We'll send it back to you.
But those who want to haul this sanctuary say they want these illegal migrants in, they won't tell you about stories like that. They'll never bring that up. They'll talk. They'll put, they'll put who they'll put on the news. They'll put the woman who, came to the border and her appointment with the CBP1 app. Her appointment was canceled like the moment Trump signed the executive order and the ink wasn't even dry yet. They'll put her on TV. They'll put her on all the news stations across the country. I saw that same story on like 3 different newscasts while I was looking up the story to comment, to react on. And they'll do stuff like that, but they won't put stuff like this on, the stuff that's going to harm you, the American citizen.
You, Kaylee, an absolutely frightening collection of individuals. Took 33 hours to get 461 out of the way. Amazing what a little bit of leadership, a little bit of gumption, and the mandate from the American people can do.
And Emily, we were sitting there watching this, and you said 18 convictions for that Haitian individual. I mean, we were stunned to hear him say, bleep Trump. Thank you, Biden. Thank you, Obama. Biden forever, bro. Pay attention to what he is saying. That Biden and Obama enabled someone with 18 criminal convictions to sit in our country without any sort of accountability. There's a lot of people they need to add to that list. Mr. Haitian migrant, criminal who's no longer going to be here. Add Michelle Wu, the mayor of Boston. Add Brandon Johnson, the mayor of Chicago. Add Gavin Newsom, the governor of California. Democrats have enabled this. And what a smart move from this administration to put these images out there within 48 hours. Because I can tell you this, the media is trying to focus on crying immigrants whose CBP apps were canceled, their appointments were canceled. They're trying to find.
I just said that. I haven't even watched. I promise I haven't even watched this whole story. I watched the beginning of it, saw the title, and said we were going to react to it. And she said the same thing I said. Amazing.
Lateral migrants who are swept up. Tom Homan said that would happen because Democrats are not being compliant. They're trying to find those stories. And the Trump administration says, here are the criminals that are going to make the next Laken Riley happen in this country. This is what we're doing, protecting women, girls, American citizens.
And as Kaylee talks about the Laken Riley Act, Tom Homan warns these individuals, you will be arrested for these collateral individuals. You will be arrested for resisting this.
Yeah, we do need to take a good look at the first law they broke, though.
Of mind, knowing you're legal.
Because that is really the problem. They came into this country illegally. And the last administration wanted to legalize their illegal behavior and just turn them into our neighbors. And that's how these people have gotten to the point where, well, can we vote too,
remember that?
Eric?
When was it Minnesota? The governor of Minnesota or Michigan, one of the M states, sat there and said, when all these people come, you may need to open up your doors, your homes to these illegal migrants so they can have somewhere to stay because we're running out of shelters. Is you crazy? Man, I wouldn't even let family move in who had convictions of deletion or dope selling or robbery. No. Wouldn't do that, man. I'd be like, hey, man, I'm glad you're out. I'm glad you served your time. What can I do to help you get on your feet? Oh, what, you're going to a halfway house? That's great. What you need some, you might need, I can direct you. A lot of programs here. I don't want, there's a lot of programs here that you can get involved. I'm sure they gave you numbers and addresses. Maybe you can go get you a job or something like that. I'll do what I can, but can't have you here with my woman and my wife and children and stuff like that. I got all girls in the house. You know what I'm saying? Love your devil's family, but man, we got Lord no. But yeah, they wanted you to put these people in your house. Is you crazy?
Eric Adams, don't forget what he said when he was a candidate before he decided he might need Trump to clean up this mess that he and the governor of New York have put on the citizens here in the state with illegal immigration. He said, oh, I'll see if you can vote, even if you're not here legally. So can we all just agree that when you break
Eric Adams just changed his mind. He saw the light and was like, I wasn't right about that, but let's go ahead and fix this.
our law of sovereignty at the border, it counts, it matters. And they are going after the most violent among them and the criminals. And if they sweep up some, as you said, Kaylee, I believe, look, they're not playing ball with ICE, but they're also sweeping up people because those people are with the illegal guys who are committing the violent crimes. Because they're here.
In real life law, if there's a criminal in your house and you're harboring a criminal, you can go to jail for that. You can have charges filed on you if you are harboring an unknown criminal. But for some reason, illegal migrants, you don't get that same kind of strict restrictions. It's amazing.
Legally too. I can't say that enough. And does that mean that everybody gets pushed out? What it ought to mean is everybody at least gets vetted.
Trace, I want to talk to you about something specific having to do with California. So we know that ICE issued over 420 detainers, which means that they demand to be notified when a national is released from custody. These ones that they're requesting are in custody for things like homicide, battery, rape, kidnapping, and the like. But they're in the city of San Jose, for example, when Miss Bambi Larson was murdered by an illegal immigrant who had 6 detainer requests from ICE. And that is why, in part, Michael Gates from Huntington Beach in your neck of the woods in Southern California is suing California, saying we are not a sanctuary city. You are hurting American citizens. So this is something that we're going to see reflected in these ongoing tensions now. But I see Tom Homan and the rest of the United States succeeding over this.
And it's important to note that when you talk about Huntington Beach, it's in Orange County, and Orange County is a redder part of California. Not as red as it used to be, but remember, in the election, 11 counties in California went red. So it was a big deal, a big shift. California is not going to cooperate. Bill Melugin, nobody's done better work on this stuff than Bill Melugin when he was talking about in his script saying Boston is not going to cooperate. Yes, but Boston is also not resisting a lot of this stuff. They're not putting up any kind of resistance, which is a very good point. Because even Eric Adams is saying, you know what, we're gonna play ball. We're gonna play ball, and even Denver, we're gonna play ball a little bit. California's not there yet. California is pushing back, saying we are going to resist.
California ain't got a leg stand on talking about this resistance, man. Y'all got fires to put out. Y'all need to be focusing on that. Now, what you can do, you get them illegal migrants like you do the prisoners, and go put some of them fires out. But other than that, y'all can't be y'all ain't got y'all can't be talking right now about no dang on migrants. That shouldn't even be close to an issue that you should be debating. You should be worried about getting water into them hydrants and putting and clearing that brush, praying to the Most High he stop these winds from fanning them flames and putting them fires out.
We are going to protect. Chicago is saying we are going to protect our people. But you can see as they start seeing these images of MS-13 members and gang members being gathered up and sent to their home countries, you're going to see more public opinion come out and say, this is what we need. It's not Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez saying they're deporting legal people. It's not what's happening. They are reporting the worst of the worst like they said they would do.
Yep, and you're going to see them politicians be real quiet during this too, them Democratic politicians. Watch.
The protection of the people means complying with ICE and actually helping this rather than resisting.
Well, and part of Bill Melugin's reporting, he commented on a woman, a neighbor, who, as they were bringing someone out, she yelled out of her window, "Thank you. This is what people voted for." We talk about Laken Riley and protecting the next Laken Riley. This was such a concern of so many Americans, women, moms, families, that their communities had just been turned into crime scenes because of these open border policies. And so I think that was, to me, just really crystallized a promise made and a promise being kept. And I hope we see more of it. And I'm with you. I love that we're getting these images because that totally debunks the left's whole narrative on this.
Yeah, and those lives can never be restored. Those injuries can never be repaired. That trauma is permanent. So now this is just the first step in rectifying that.
Yeah, I hope it is, man. And this is why, like, you look back during the election, and you remember when Trump had his dump truck, his trash truck, and his hard hat and his vest on, and he's like saying, "I'm going to protect, I'm going to protect women. I'm going to protect the American citizens. I don't care what, women, whatever y'all trying to do about the rights and this and reproductive rights." He said, I'm going to protect women, I'm going to protect the citizens. And women got upset when he said something. I don't need no protection. Okay. Okay. Tell that to the people who had to deal with this guy who had like 16 or 6 convictions or requests to be picked up, and it was ignored, and it was allowed to roam free on these streets. Tell that to them. But I want to hear what they got to say now when they see how he is protecting all the citizens. But anyway, tell me what you think about this story. Leave your comments below, share it with the world. Let's have an intelligent conversation. You know how we do around here. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Those 4 things cost you nothing but maybe a couple of minutes out your day, but it means the world to us at the channel. If you would like to support us financially, you can give super thanks, super chat, super stickers, and go to the description box where there's links there you can click on to help support us there. And also don't forget to hit that shop button. And with that being said, I'll leave you in peace, and I'll see you on the other side.